Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack of Productions. Today, Bank RPG once again by Jimmy, and like always, Fluff.
This is unfortunate.
What's up, beautiful people?
And it's unfortunate because Jimmy's not actually in this match. It's me versus Fluff. Fluff has brought back SS4 Vegeta, while I'm taking a stab at Yamcha. Like always, just buttons down below. Feel free to click them, they're there for a reason. But let's get into today's matchup.
I mean, just because we got, the Vegeta profile, that doesn't mean everybody at the shop has to play this damn deck,
Now,
okay?
I will say, Fluff was the first one to play it at our shop, if I recall correctly. Because you...
Yes.
Yeah. Jake was inspired by Cody, and I think you kind of had that, you hadn't played in such a long time, Fluff, where it was just that level of like, you know what, I do like that deck. I do want to play it again. I felt like that's what happened with you.
Yeah. I played against Jake with it last week, and I was like, man, I really miss this deck. I want to go back to it. So that's what I did.
And with a lot of the new stuff that came out, did you incorporate anything new from these later sets to kind of build it up?
Definitely. I included the Vegeta, the Interceptor, and I included the Realm of the Gods, Beerus Destroys. I believe those are all the new cards. They came up, but I've never had a chance to play with the 5-drop Kale. So I wanted to give her a shot as well and kind of see how she was. Long story short, she's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's a good card. Especially when you get this, 7 energy, I think it is?
Yeah. Oh, and then also the Miraculous Transformation, SS God Goku.
Yeah. So, it was me, Jimmy, and Jake in a late night Discord. I don't remember what the context was, but the end result was, why not rebuild set 10 Yamcha with the Vegeta Secret Rare? Because it's an activate main, which is not a keyword skill, and that will go off the Yamcha's secondary auto on the awakened side if you have a red unison to kind of do 2 damage. Kind of like the old school if you played like the unison or you do 100%, was it 100, Yamcha at 100%, I think it was?
Yamcha 100%, yeah.
And like just kind of combining those effects with the leader, but now using the secret rare. And a little bit different take, as you see, my deck I'm playing based on the first charge was a red-green. So this is set 10 Yamcha with some newer stuff. So the idea is to, when you're ready to go for the kill turn, which is when your opponent's at 3 life, you just slam the Eradicator. You would have to prior put the 5-drop Gogeta on the board to drop the 4-drop Acrobatic Warrior. And then when you swing with Piccolo, you alliance the 4-drop. Piccolo's is a keyword skill, so it does the burn at 3 life, but the Acrobatic Warrior is an auto when it's tapped, will deal 1 damage, and since that's an auto, it will proc the leader's secondary auto and do a 3rd damage, which is just fantastic.
I was there when you were throwing this deck together, and I was worried about its overall consistency. And then having played you in the first round here, like, this deck is sick. This deck has a ton of potential behind it.
I was really worried with the leader's swing. It's the same on both sides. So for those who aren't familiar, when you swing with this leader, you look up to the top, up to 2 cards on top of your deck, add 1 red card to your hand, and discard the other. By doing that, you are, yes, revealing what you're adding to your hand, kind of give your opponent some form of player knowledge. But I think we talked about it afterwards with you, Fluff, there was moments where that didn't even matter because there's just so much going on. You had to think about, like, okay, he could do this now, or this, or this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
I was just going to say that's definitely true.
Yeah. Having hand knowledge is very, very strong in this game because you can prep for... it just gives you, like, a prep window to know what's going to be coming later in the match. But also, flashing a card like that can almost be like a fantastic bluff, where you show your opponent a card that you have no intention to play, but if you notice your opponent starts playing differently because they know you have that card, then that could give you a window to win the game as well.
Oh, yeah. And real quick, we didn't say this at the beginning of this match, we are doing the best of 1 sideboards now at our locals. So Namai is not normally part of my deck. I just teched it in for match against Fluff. But the first card I did discard, I'm not sure if you caught it, Jimmy, or not, but was I think, Crown Retribution. And I chose to add the unison to my hands. I'm not sure how you took that, Fluff. And he's like, oh, he's choosing to discard the Crown.
I assumed you had another crown.
Okay.
There was just, and that was one of the reasons that I burned 2 Ultra Instinct Kamehamehas on that swing, was I was digging for something that would let me tap another energy. Because I had nothing playable in hand on only 3 open energy. So I was like, let me dig. Maybe I'll find a Calamity Challenger or something to put me out of Crown of Retribution range, but it ended up not working out that way.
So before we go any further, let's talk about this leader. This sexy boy you have in that top corner there.
Yes, this is the TCG Metals version of the SS4 Vegeta. Absolutely in love with their work. I think Bancroft, how many of their leaders are we up to now? 7, 8? No, it was 6. And then so 10?
So it is up there now. I don't know the exact number. Only because of a level of generosity from them. We received a couple of extra leaders, which I've passed on to Jake and Jimmy. One was a Turtle Vegeta. Turtle, oh my gosh. Trunks and Vegeta leader. And Jimmy has acquired the Dark Broly because he's kind of like the Dark Broly of our locals. So kind of expect that next week, possibly. I'm just saying. But here, I was shooting for some form of like big card, and you playing Ape, kind of, I was okay with that. Like you played, I'm like, that's okay. I'm good with that. Let's do this. And
the reason that I did that was because I had to get that Mai off the field if I wanted to any chance of survival against you. That card is ultra punishing against my deck. I can play around with it on the field for a little while, but I know if you end up getting a situation where you drop the Gogeta, Acrobatic Warrior, and or Piccolo on the field, I'm going to need to be able to defend myself to some degree, and I just can't do that with Mai on the field.
So here I did neg your 8x15. You combo it up. And the great thing about this Yamcha is that you can awaken at 5 life, which is just fantastic. Which kind of gives me an extra draw, an extra energy in case I need to do certain things, like such as a combo. I think this is the turn. A Nappa. Yeah, there it is. And with the Nappa combo, I'm able to now arrival another Gogeta to the board, which is kind of the idea of this deck. Play these cards on my opponent's turn. That way, when I go to my turn 4, I can just swing until I get down to the life I need you at, and then play Eradicator and go for the kill shot.
Yep.
Here, as you can see, I had an extra Acrobat, which was pretty nice, just so I was able to just get out of that attack.
Here's the real question: which of the 5-drop or the Gogeta Arrival arts do you like better?
So, truth be told, I like both the newer ones, and I do not know.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
What?
Get the fuck out of this. Leave.
What do you mean?
You leave.
You don't like the newer ones?
I like the acrobatic. The
Gogeta.
Whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it. The art's that bad that it made me forget the name of the card.
Explosive something.
The original card, the original art is so iconic for me that it's hard to not love that art. Like the new art is not bad, but the old art is just iconic.
I think there's a level of ADD there because like it's flashier, so it drags my attention more. Because I have the regular art in my energy right now. I played the deck at 4 of each, and I do a 2-2 split between the arts. So
gross. I do like the new acrobatic art, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't play that one, but oh well. I chose to combo that one.
The new acrobatic art is hot.
That was just forgetting to. I don't normally play red green. It's been a very long time. And I was like, doesn't this play? All right, cool.
Well, I said, well, the game state's already changed, but I'll give it to you.
Yeah, why is everybody cheating at these damn locals?
This has the potential to be a really explosive turn for you.
Yes.
And I'm extremely concerned about it.
I would say this turn, at this point though, I did not have a Piccolo. So, like, I'm swinging with the Yamcha. I get to look at two different cards, trying to debate what's more important. I chose the Vegeta just in case if push comes to shove, I can just play that and potentially get two swings out of it instead of worrying about being the blocker, because it only restands if your leader is green at the end of your turn. Or I think if you activate blocker during your opponent's turn, I think. So here I'm trying to super combo, just kind of get some extra stuff into my hand. I don't think I've done the Piccolo's +1 yet either. So there's a lot of ways that I can just add extra stuff to my hand.
Knowing, because I was there when you built the deck, knowing that your deck can go 3 to 1 life, made me extremely weary about taking any form of damage here. Which is why I'm playing so defensively here. And then as soon as you turned the acrobatic sideways, it told me that you didn't have the Piccolo and that I was safe to take a damage.
I think I put that Nappa back on field as well. So.
And then you just dropped another Piccolo.
Yeah.
Which is nowhere near as threatening as Eradicator, but still enough that I have to consider if I want to take 2 damage or not.
Yeah, and you have the negate capability now just to keep me off from hitting you with those cards. So I'm just trying to do what I can and get what I can in there with what I have currently, you know? And you didn't call negate in this one, and I comboed up to 30, I think. Yeah, 30. And you just pop it with Beerus. I forgot that was during your opponent's turn effect.
Yeah. Those cards are actually like incredibly clutch, and they're very versatile. I wasn't thinking about your secret rare for this turn, and then you dropped it, and I was like, oh, that's neat.
So basing on my hand, I felt like if you didn't have another negate, I could win this game. And so I'm just going for game now. Everything in my hand, I think, besides, like, I could have played the Vegeta, and you had negate. And I was like, well, let me just activate the main anyways, deal 2 damage to you, get the Golden Avenger off your board. I will eventually do that.
Yeah, you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because you know it won't kill me. You know that I'm on a low card count in hand.
Yeah, here I procced it. You wanted to read it to double check. I'm like, yeah, it's just ignore barrier, bro.
Yep.
And it's removed from game, so I think I just put it somewhere randomly where you guys can't see it in the void.
You threw it at one of the new guys.
Yeah,
here, get good.
So we do see a 17 in your hand, but I have so much life where it won't matter right now.
Yeah, if I tap out for the 17, I'm on 1 life. I'm going to most likely pass the turn with only 1 card in hand. You'll either kill me with leader or unison swing. The 17 doesn't solve the cards on field. So if I tap out to play the 17, I just don't have enough power to kill you. So I have to find another way to take you out this turn.
Yeah. And I think in my hand, I know I have a testing, I think. No, I have an after image. That might be the only negate I have. And I have to kind of time out what I do, because as soon as I activate any form of counter, you get to reset your leader. So I just kind of got to choose when to do certain things. You know, when do I burn a swing? When do I not? Or sorry, when do I burn a counter? When do I take a damage?
Yeah. I initially wasn't charged. As soon as I tapped my leader, I was like, I need to charge because I'm going to need as much energy as I can possibly get for this next turn. So
correction, real quick, quick ruling. I do not believe that the Vegeta Secret Rare would proc Yamcha's ability, because Yamcha specifies a damage where Vegeta places the card into the drop area. So
Oh,
that I'll have to reread the rulebook, but I'm pretty sure there's a specification between damage and placing a card,
That is true.
Yeah.
No, I think you're
especially
right.
when it's coming from the life.
I think that is right. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been determinative because of how small my hand was. It's very possible that gave me a card that I'm able to use.
Like I said, that was initially a fun tech choice to go with. Just as the idea was that it would do that, but I think you're right on that instance based on the rolling and where it's not technically damaging, it's just placing a card. But I will say the main goal is to get Eradicator board and just do 3 damage. Maybe I'll change the secret rare for that, you know? Does the Goku Frieza deal damage or place?
Fuck if I know. Who plays that damn card?
I think it places.
I'll look it up real quick.
Because you choose, I believe. You choose a card and place it in the drop area. Or place it at the bottom of the deck.
Goku Frieza, miraculous. Deal 1 damage to your opponent.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Switch.
So play Goku Frieza.
Yeah, but that's 5 energy, I think. Here's a beautiful metal leader that I ordered. It came in actually the day of this event, and I use it as my token. It's the Grand Priest one. And here I just killed myself because I couldn't outcombo you. And here I'm kind of showing Fluff like what my life was. I had nothing I could really like use. My entire hands were all +1 combos, which if I would have played Vegeta before all my swings, it could have made a difference where it lowers your leader by 5k, and that way maybe I didn't have to worry about, like, even with the misrolling there, you would have had to combo a little bit more for every swing that you would have taken instead.
Well, and also just being unlucky enough to have not seen a Piccolo Eradicator of Peace. You know, I think had you seen that, my game plan is slow enough that you can kill me off that.
So, with that being said, I'm most likely changing the secret rare to be Goku and Frieza, just because of the wording. But hey, we'll double check the rules and get back to you all later about that. With that being said, Fluff, lead us out.
Absolutely. Another fun game that we got to capture on camera. As always, read your cards, know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and Fluff out.